The truth is not a constant. Knowledge changes, and you must change with it if you're to stay in control of truth decay. When I was a child, I was enchanted by science, and I learned about the stars and the planets and dinosaurs. I learned about the outermost planet, Pluto, and the giant Saurischian dinosaur, Brontosaurus. Now, Pluto is no longer a planet. It's a dwarf planet, along with others like Eris, Ceres, Haumea and Makemake. And Brontosaurus is no longer a dinosaur. Now it's been relegated to a historical footnote and properly named Apatosaurus, whose body was once insulted by the wrong head and called a Brontosaurus. In every field, from astronomy to zoology, from geology to sociology, knowledge changes as new discoveries change old ideas. As a result, the wisest stance to take is skepticism, a tendency to doubt. For project managers, doubt is a powerful weapon in your arsenal. So let's look at some examples. Number 1, project planning and doubt. Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman coined the phrase planning fallacy. This is the familiar tendency to assume that the time things will take is pretty close to the best case scenario. To this, I'd add the term planning delusion. We delude ourselves to think that our plans are a good representation of how things will actually turn out. In fact, they rarely are. Doubt is the key to better planning and better preparation. Doubt your best case scenario and doubt your plans. The only rule I think we can rely on here, and notice I said I think we can rely on, connoting my residual doubt, is Hofstadter's law. Hofstadter's law says it always takes longer than you expect, even when you take account of Hofstadter's law. Number 2, project delivery and doubt. When things go well, we fall into that optimistic bias of thinking that this is the special project that will break Hofstadter's law. However, a healthy skepticism will keep your senses attuned to the sort of mistakes, errors, foul-ups that are actually the nature of the universe. The sooner you spot them, the simpler it will usually be to put them right. As a result, the heightened awareness that doubt can bring is the key to staying in control of your project. Number 3, risk and doubt. The nature of risk is uncertainty. So in what other context could doubt possibly be of any more value? And there are different types of risk. For a start, there's aleatory risks. These are the risks that we just cannot get rid of. They are the inherent uncertainty in a situation dictated by chance. It's the spin of a roulette wheel, the turn of a card, or what the weather will be like next year. Epistemic risks are the risks that arise because of gaps in our knowledge, things we just don't know. And ontological risks are not just gaps in our knowledge, they're things we are totally unaware of. They're the kind of risks that take us by surprise. Too often we assume that absence of evidence is evidence of absence. But of course that's totally wrong, and doubt would stop us falling into that trap. For a summary of the 4 different kinds of risks, do take a look at my video on the 4 types of risk. Number 4, stakeholders and doubt. When I was working on my book about stakeholder engagement, called The Influence Agenda, I spoke to a former colleague called Paul Mitchell. The book is full of experiences from great project managers, but Paul stood out for me because he gave me one very simple, very pithy tip. Just because they are quiet, it doesn't mean they agree, which is absolutely spot on. Too often we assume that a stakeholder saying or doing nothing means they agree. Silence is consent. But that isn't always true. Apply doubt. Number 5, resistance and doubt. When people resist your ideas, typically your first instinct is to take it on, to tackle the resistance head on, which is usually the wrong move. Instead, your first step should be doubt. Ask yourself the question, what if they're right and I'm wrong? It's a crazy notion, I know, but if it turns out to be true that they are right and you are wrong, then they've done you a great favour and your doubt can save you from a costly mistake. Number 6, performance and doubt. When we encounter excellent performance, we tend to assume, well, that's what I should expect. So we focus on elements of poor performance and we go looking for them. And so inevitably, we will find little details that we can fix if we want to. However, this would be a mistake. In flourishing organizations, managers and project managers and leaders throughout the organization don't worry about the little details. They focus on the excellence, the positive deviance, and they look for ways to bring that to the surface and make that the star of the show. If you see poor performance in an otherwise excellent performer, then the doubt that you should apply is to doubt whether you really do need to say anything about it, because an excellent performer probably knows they don't need you to point it out. You're just doing it for your benefit and not for theirs. Number 7, decisions and doubt. Doubt often frustrates our decision-making process, so it can't be a good thing here, can it? Well, yes, it can, because doubt often arises from gut instinct. Now, Daniel Kahneman, him again, the psychologist, tells us that often our intuitions and instincts let us down because they are subject to many, many biases. And he's not wrong. However, another powerful and important thinker, Gary Klein, tells us in his books Sources of Power and the Power of Intuition that when you have deep expertise in a subject, your gut instinct is often correct. What your gut instinct really is your unconscious mind telling you it's spotted something that it hasn't figured out how to bring to your conscious level. So in areas where you are expert, then the doubt you have when you're making a decision is telling you something important, and you should investigate it before committing to the decision. Number 8, time management and doubt. One of the reasons why my clients really value my time management seminars is because I don't offer them a system. That's good for many reasons, not least that some people don't like systems, and sometimes if they do like systems, the particular system you offer them is going to be wrong for them. But the main reason why people don't want a system for time management is because as soon as they set it up, the natural interruptions that come about from a busy managerial, professional or project management lifestyle mean that your system will go to pot the minute you set it up. I do advocate making a plan for personal time management, but I also advocate frequent reviews to make sure it is still meeting your new and current priorities. If all you do is stick to an out-of-date plan, then you will fail. So build a plan and then apply doubt to it on a regular basis. Number 9, stress and doubt. Doubt causes stress because it takes away some of our control of the situation. On the face of it, this means the way to become less stressed and more calm is to remove doubt. However, when you do remove doubt, all sorts of other problems will occur. So, to reduce your stress, embrace doubt as part of the process. Make doubt a certainty because you're expecting to doubt everything. Build it into your process and then you're in control of it. Number 10, wisdom and doubt. Doubt and skepticism are a fundamental part of my conception of what wisdom is all about. Doubt arises from perception and evolution, 2 of my 7 pillars of wisdom. Perception is when we notice new things, and evolution is when we are prepared to change our mind as a result. I've already talked about how doubt needs to feature in judgment, and it also features in good conduct too. Because if you constantly apply doubt to the things you're doing, it gives you a chance to readjust them. Doubt is important in fairness too. Not that you should doubt your commitment to fairness, but that you should constantly be checking that you are consistently fair. And finally, doubt is a fundamental part of your authority. After all, how much authority could you possibly have if all you do is hold fast to old certainties in the face of new realities? Please do give this video a like if you've enjoyed it or learned from it. I'll be making loads more great project management videos for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of them. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.